It's in my
a
ear.
whole
How loyal
server
you feel because
community
you
full of
never say anything worthwhile. So
what is
see
it
you
about a
later,
whole
Fia.
community and server full of people
Hey,
and there's
Godless.
one person that's oppressed?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Concrete just lowered me.
What do you
My
think?
volume.
What do you think one person being oppressed means?
Concrete lowered my volume, and I'm not sure if he could hear me or not.
Yeah, I hear you, dumb bitch. I just don't
Yeah,
want to
well,
hear you
the
loud.
funny thing is, Fia, I don't think he even actually really lowered you to 1%, because then he wouldn't have been able to respond to what you just said. He's fucking fibbing. You're
I know
fibbing,
I
bitch. You
lowered
didn't do
her,
anything to her
and I
volume.
didn't say 1%.
This
I just said I gotta
Christian,
lower this bitch.
man.
Anyway,
Okay.
Landon, I never. So, what do you mean when you said you went off on him? Because I never seen you go off on anyone. I didn't know you ever would do that.
Look at
What do you
general
mean?
chat. He posted a screenshot.
Oh, let me look.
Oh, let me look.
Well,
Fucking lazy ass bitch.
Wait,
I
but
popped.
did Jovan hear me? I was getting on my laptop. I disconnected. So, Jovan, after they deafened him because they thought they were paranoid he was a spy. Snooks told him she did it by accident. It was an
That's
accident. No, but
hilarious.
the fucking fucked up part, he was server muted and server deafened. So like, I think I've accidentally like server muted someone before, but you can't. That would take like 6 clicks, 4
Yeah,
clicks
there's
or
no
whatever.
way she accidentally did both of them. There ain't no
No,
way.
there's no way. But
Landon, they don't got you fooled, do
Snooks has been
they?
dishonest before, so.
Well, y'all make it sound like, yeah, they probably did it on purpose.
No shit, they did it on purpose, Landon. It's fucking Snoogs. Snoogs, Shay, all those fuckers are dishonest as fuck. Tom can come in the next day and say he supports zoophilia, and they'd be like, "Yeah, I can see that standpoint. Yeah, that's reasonable." Like,
Well, look.
do whatever the fuck they want.
Landon said,
look.
"Fuck you, Tom." He in the screenshot, "Fuck you, Tom. Eat a bag of dicks." Oh my god, I gotta add that to the
Mm.
Landon, Tom muted me.
Why?
You needed to. You're a fucking spaz.
Why did you get
Agnes.
muted, Agnes?
Because I was like, I said something like, "Oh, it's unimportant that Rooster, like Landon was talking about his mods," and I'm just like drunk talking out of my ass. And then Tom took it so personally. People took it personally. Alex spurged out as usual. Alex is the fucking gay heart for fucking spurging. Anyways, and then I thought that Landon took it to heart, and it turns out Landon didn't even take it to heart. But because they thought that Landon took it to heart, I was muted. And now I'm like, well, it is what it is. I'm not gonna go where I can't even fucking speak, you know. So I'm gonna come back here.
So they muted Agnes and Landon.
They muted me because I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry for what I said if it sounded insensitive to Landon." And they're like, "Oh, Landon left and he's not, you know, he doesn't want to be a part of the server because of me." And I'm like, "It's not because of me."
They said that?
Well, they were implying that, yeah, in conversation. Then Landon straight out said, "It's not because of you or Alex. Because of this, it's because of Tom's server." But like, Tom fucking muted me for even speaking up, and I said, "Oh, it's unimportant that, you know, you have mods." That's what I said. It's unimportant that you have mods, but it came across as that you are unimportant, and that's totally not what I meant. And so I want to clarify with that. Yeah, I
Wait, they
totally
muted you
want to
because you said it's unimportant that he has
clarify
mods?
with you. Well, I was speaking up in general, and because I'm drunk, Tom was just like, "Oh, let's just shut her up." You know what I mean? Like, Alex is spurging out, so he's catering to Alex, and like, okay, well, we can't have this here.
He does cater to Alex, which is very weird.
It is very weird because Alex is the fucking spurg century.
Well,
like, it's just.
I'm not mad at either one of y'all. Y'all didn't do nothing. Because when I
I would
said,
come to you, honestly. I would come to you and deal with
Concrete
it
didn't do
directly.
nothing.
because see, when I said asshole, Alex was speaking, and I said bye asshole. I wasn't talking about him. I was talking to Tom. Because all he does is down talk me. When I try to talk, like he'll just try to hurry up and shut me up. And
Just
stuff,
stop.
make me-
Just stop going over there, Landon. They've always treated you like that. Ever since I was over there and I was a mod there, I mean, that's just how they've always treated you. Like every single time, it's never changed. Been the same for a year, man. I know you got friends over there and stuff. Add them as friends and DM them and come over here. And I'm not trying to pull like a telling you can't go where you can go. But I mean, if I'm being honest with you, dude, it's pretty apparent to me that like Tom and the people that support him the most don't like you. Like that's just how it is. Like it sucks. It's unfair. You're a nice guy. You're a likable guy. Sometimes you say some goofy shit, but Like, but if you feel like you're being mistreated and disrespected to the part where you're making an analogy that you feel like you're being treated like a dog, like just don't fucking go over there. Fuck them. They don't matter. They're never gonna help you do anything. None of them are gonna help you if you have a real problem. None of them are gonna loan you money if you need it. None of them are gonna fucking offer real solutions to problems that you have. They're just gonna fucking laugh at you. Like they don't care. This is what it
Lennon,
is.
if you ever feel that way in here, I want you to tell me.
Like,
Get
Get the fuck out of here, Gigi.
I'm drunk.
Shut
okay?
up. But I might make you talk
Such
like
a
this a
bitch.
little right now because I do have to say something. I'm sorry, Lane. I really like you and everything, but I think you deserved this last incident because they fucking server muted and deafened you. You said you weren't going back in there. They lied to you and told you it was an accident, and then you went back in there 2 days later. So you kind of fucking deserved it. But other than that, I love you.
See, what I was doing is, because I've never been a mod before, I always wanted to just see what it was like, And I was telling them, look, the only mod things I've got to use is I unmuted Pogan and Concrete. And then Tom chimes in and he says, look, we don't want to hear about the manipulation that they're doing to you. We just don't want to hear
What the
about
fuck?
it. He said that,
So they give you power without actually giving you power to have any respective ideas on it.
Wait, can you repeat? I don't understand. Can you tell us what exactly they were saying, Agnes? Because I don't. It's hard to believe that fucking was said.
yeah,
So-
that's what
so
Tom said.
So Landon said that they didn't want to hear you talk about the way we manipulate you. What did you say that prompted that reply from Tom? What did you say right before he said that to you?
I didn't really say anything. I was just talking about it, and then like 2 or 3 other people's like, "Nah, if I really don't want to hear about it, we don't really want to hear about that other server, And then Tom, that's like right after Tom said that. He said, "That's just manipulation. If we don't want to hear about how they're manipulating you or something like that." I
Did
can't
First
anyone
remember.
off,
speak up?
that's
Did anyone speak up?
manipulation. That's
Yeah,
manipulation,
yeah.
and it's crazy how sensitive they are about anything.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
like,
claiming
I
not
went
to
to
care, and they claim that they're indifferent too.
Yeah, that's the
Listen, I
insane
went
thing.
to apologize because maybe I had said something offensive to that Landon had to leave. You know what I mean? And they totally blamed it on me. They said it was because of me that Landon left. And I was like, I can clarify with Landon like within 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Me and Landon are cool.
Yeah.
For them to blame it on me, it's basically because I'm drunk and I'm chatty and I bolt in on conversation forever. And Tom's just like, oh, this is not how we want the direction of the server to go. And then you know what I mean? And then just like, oh, okay, let's just make a fucking argument out of this. Let's just cause people to fucking havoc. So let's mute this person. Let's fucking ban this person and then not have anything to do with them. And they can go back to Gigi's server. Well, okay, we're all in Gigi's server now. What do you want?
Let me tell you, and it pissed me off so bad to the point, I don't know if Tom heard me. Of course,
I
he
don't
just
think he
shrugs
did.
everything. He shrugs everything off. But I said at least the other server is more active than this place.
Oh my gosh,
Later,
you said
asshole.
that? Oh fuck!
Yeah,
I wish
he
my
did.
spy was in there
They
to
fucking
record
brought
that
it
shit.
up. I was sitting there and they brought it up. They're like, oh, as if Landon said that.
So we just upgraded Landon from a mod to a lead mod. Good
And
job, Landon.
Alex was
Proud to have you
bitching
on the
about
team.
you. Like,
Can Agnes have a try at mod? Or I guess you can't.
No,
do
horrible
She
idea.
gets some spell.
Look at what
they
Joe.
were
You
being
fucking
Agnes, I'm gonna give
racist.
you the
after I
VIP
left.
role.
How's that racist, Concrete?
You're
What?
racist against white women. What the fuck?
What?
Oh my
No, it's
God.
because Agnes gets
That's
drunk and
racist as
freaks out
fuck.
and never stops talking. That's why.
No, it's because
Okay,
she's
that's
white.
fine. That's fine.
That's just why I don't want to give her
Jovan
mods.
say- That's fine for Jovan to say. I honestly don't use mods in here against people. I let people talk equally.
No, but Agnes,
I
let's be straight up. Let's be straight. Like, if you get really drunk and you're like going to where you keep talking and nobody can stop you, they mute you. Don't you feel like you'll unmute yourself?
But can you not take away her roles
Wait,
when
stop,
she does?
Concrete. Stop. Let her talk.
Okay. All right. I think in that moment, if I was ever to do that, absolutely. If you feel like I've taken over the conversation, that I'm ruining in some manner.
No, I'm asking if you would unmute
I'm
yourself.
totally derailing. I don't think I would.
If you're
But at the
totally
same time, I
drunk and
don't
you
like
wanted to
saying
talk,
that I wouldn't.
She already answered.
Yeah,
Asked and answered, bro.
Jovan, I can't honestly. I can't say that I wouldn't.
Jovan,
Because-
it's very simple. You're punishing her by not making her a
But just
mod
like
for.
I'm
Hold on,
not
Alex, I got this.
punishing her.
I got this.
Wait,
You're
not doing
punishing-
anything by
excuse me, one
privilege.
second.
You're not punishing
One
them.
second, bro. One second.
You don't
You
lose
can definitely construe this as a punishment given
No.
given
Oh my
the server
God.
owner was trying to elevate her to that position. Of
Can we
course,
stop
moderation.
talking about- well, I don't want to argue about that right
Oh,
now.
fuck.
Jesus Christ!
He's so
I'm
making
like-
a case. Whenever I'm making a case, they want to fuck my shit up, yo.
Without concrete's fucking input. Shut up.
Zax, if you don't make me president, you're punishing me.
If I don't make
I wouldn't mind giving Agnes mods. The only thing I would be worried about is that if she did abuse him, she had to have him taken away, then she would be upset. I don't want that to happen.
I don't think I'd be upset because it's not really that important to me. I think I would say something first. If it was, I would say something, and then that'd be the end of it. I wouldn't expect somebody to fucking change shit for me.
Everybody says that. Everybody says.
Yo, unmute the black dog. Black Lives Matter. What the fuck?
For me than a lot of these people. So
I just had to get that off my chest. Tom pissed me off for the last time.
Len, you probably
Landon,
not lying to me. You said, haha, GG's server is more active, and what did he say?
yeah.
No, I left right after that. I didn't stay.
They were talking about it. They were talking about it afterwards, like, oh, look what he said. Agnes, look what you did. You drove Landon out of the server. It's because if you're talking that Landon's not here anymore. So like I try to touch I try to touch base with him, like, no, you know what? Like if I said something, it might have been
Talking about manipulation.
another way. And so for them to blame it on me, I don't think so. But like you're gonna ultimately go to a place where you are freely able to speak, that you are able to express yourself, and that's GG server right now. So the fact that you said that to Tom, that was pretty fucking cool. About
did you fight them back, or were you just like laughing at them?
Well, I couldn't because they muted me.
Oh fuck!
Tom muted me because apparently my input to solidify, like to
muted you and then just talked at you.
Yeah, exactly. So like I was like, oh, I'm talking about Landon, and I'm saying I'm gonna rectify this, and I apologize if anything that I said was turned out, you know, for him to make him leave. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna message Landon. I couldn't message him because he has got that blocker up on his profile. So I messaged him directly and say, I hope you don't have a problem with me. I didn't mean like if you took this in any way, blah blah blah. And so like they made me personally feel like I was the reason, and then I rectified it, and then they're still muting me, and then they're still shit talking about Landon being cancerous in the community. So it's like I don't.
Is it what they said? They said I was cancerous.
Well, they didn't say you were cancerous per se. It was more like, oh well, they were like talking passive aggressively, like, well, it is Landon, you know. That's what they're saying. Like, oh, it's Landon, so you must understand. Like, we have to take our P's and Q's, Landon, because this and that. But I don't know what that means. I don't know what they're trying to say because
they're basically from a Southern guy's point of view. They're basically saying in a nice. Yeah, they're basically saying, and he's a retard. And you know, we don't want to say something.
Steps whenever it comes to
saying they don't respect. Look, Landon, it's just simple. They don't respect you. That's what they mean when they go. It's Landon. They don't respect you. Just stop going back in there. It's not going to change.
Same thing with me though too. Like I drink, okay, and I'm vocal, and I say shit, and it's fucking funny, and I provide
that's pretty hot
shit for the community, whatever that is. And if I'm muted, if it's fucking justified, I'll look at it, I'll argue it, whether or not I think it is, and then I'll fucking move away if it doesn't fucking fit my fancy. I'm not gonna sit there and bitch about it. I know I'm drunk. I know I'm unbearable sometimes. Who gives a fuck? But whenever they try to pinpoint against, like, you left the fucking server because of me, I doubt that my drunken overbearingness fucking caused you to leave. That causes people to fucking stay, as far as I'm concerned.
No, it was Tom.
That was bullshit. I don't need to be blamed for fucking anything. And then muted afterwards whenever I'm trying to like defend you. You
Was
know?
anyone in there trying to speak up for you?
Oh, no one
Obviously
was.
not. No,
No
they're all Tom
one was
sycophants.
defending me. Obviously, no one defends me.
We would have
Like,
we would have
nobody
simmed for you,
does.
Agnes.
No. That's just normal. It's just normal. I defend for myself, right? And that's fine. I don't need anybody to do that. But whenever they say that I was the cause of somebody else leaving this, that's whenever I'm gonna touch base with that person, be like, listen, is this real? You know, I don't want to do that.
John, have you been listening to all this?
But in this server, I feel like I have
mean,
more free.
One
I have
second,
more
Jeff.
from what I've
ability
gathered,
to fucking
Agnes.
speak.
is she talking about her interaction in Tomer's room?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I
I
went
thought it-
into Tomer's room earlier and she just to talk to Ix because I wanted to seek him out. And Ix is a pretty good interlocutor, so he was pretty fair to me. But long story short, we had a pretty cool discussion. And like all the other butt touchers tried to pipe up, and I shut them down so badly. It was so embarrassing for them. Even Ix was on my side.
You were
He's like a
fucking
moderator and
epic,
shit.
bro.
I know, but
Ix
just
is like
saying, oh,
babysitting
Ix
them
was on my
because they were
side
getting
and
all
stuff like that. That's
emotional
stupid.
as fuck over the content we were talking about. Like clearly, you know how it gets. And
I noticed
I
John
just made them look
John,
so bad.
Yeah, John has like this kind of indifference to Tom now. Like he just knows he's the better person. Actually, John's it's harder for Tom to argue against John, even with like the dumb Jordan Peterson stuff now, because Tom hasn't advanced at all.
Right.
John just views Tom as a joke now. He doesn't even care.
Actually, a lot of people has hit on that with Tom. It's like he doesn't like. Not only has he not advanced, he's actually kind of degraded a little bit because he's not really tried to argue against anybody in a long time. And the people that they did try to argue against, it was more like
debate.
it was more like he points out like inconsistency and just something somebody said. Like if you said something one day, he'd say, and you said something another day, like Dio, he'd just point that out. And that's his arguing, right?
For him
He doesn't
to
really
follow
ever argue about any position. He doesn't take any position and argue for it.
But
He
then
just
for Alex
tries to
throw
find
it
you in
out.
some contradiction
you
about what
guys,
you said you did.
You know how
Did
Alex
you guys
is,
see
like,
that?
And you're right.
very
John
sensitive,
picks
right?
up on that. And he just like dismisses Tom every time Tom tries to talk
Alex
to him
is-
because
Hey,
he
you
just
know what?
knows that it's a waste of time.
Hey,
Tom's
really
been
quick.
following Alex
You know what I
now.
thought was interesting? On Gigi's channel, there was a guy. I don't know exactly who he is, but he commented something that was so accurate. It was like right on the money at some of the issues. And he said something. I think Gigi even hearted this guy's comment. And I think it was a video where I was exposing Tom, or it was that video. The guy said something like, he went into Tomer's room. He's like, I used to go in Tomer's room and shit, but now these days I go in there to like awkward silence. I'll start up a good faith conversation, and then for a little bit, and then all of a sudden Tom will interject, shut me down, claim I'm being really boring, and then it goes right back to awkward silence. So he's like, yeah, I've kind of been staying out of there. I don't
He
even know
literally
who it
appeals
was.
to preference.
I remember that comment.
I remember that.
Lots of times I message my spies. I'm like, can you pop in there and see what they're talking about? And the spies reply, they're just sitting there. It's like a graveyard in there. They're fucking playing Overwatch.
It's like they're waiting for someone interesting to come in, and then I come in, and I'm fucking interesting, and I start riling things up, and then it's just like, we need to mute Agnes because it's too sensitive. Like, we can't handle her. Fucking
But
gay.
Jovan, what's the psychology with Tom? Because even though he claims to be indifferent, he really cares about his server, right?
He's
highly
controlling.
motivated.
I think he's afraid of how he'll look.
But Tom's not stupid. Doesn't he recognize that the stuff he's doing is so counterproductive?
Dog, if you did it on purpose, you're banned. Please mute yourself. If you ever do that again, you're banned.
Hey, Jovan, thanks for the
Go
lead.
Hasty,
bro.
Well, I really want to know what you think, Jovan. He knows that it's counterproductive, right? Is it? So why does he do?
You're asking, does he know that it's like detrimental to the server?
Yeah, like even if say.
So there's gonna be competing desires.
I would avoid muting Agnes even if I thought she really deserved a mute. I would only mute her if I really had to, because I don't want her to get pissed off and go back to Tom's. Does he not think that? Why does he not?
So there's competing desires, right? Tom has a desire for the server to be active. He wants to make more money.
Like he doesn't.
Agnes, I'm in mid-sentence. Agnes, mid-sentence. He wants the server to be more active, mostly in virtue of the money now, right? That's why he changed our entire Discord community over time to the rules and everything, just because he wanted to make more money. You know, he only makes like $10 a month on fucking YouTube, but
Well, he has a
so
strike on his YouTube channel right now. That's why he's
yeah,
not streaming.
so
Everybody's like, oh, Tom's not interested in streaming anymore, but it's always because he gets a strike on his channel.
right, yes. So he has a desire for it to be active, but he also has all these selfish desires, all these like controlling desires and egotistic desires, not us. Where he doesn't want people to be able to insult him, right? So if somebody insults him, he uses power against them, even if he believes that might be detrimental to his server. He doesn't care because those persons are hurting his feelings at the time, right? And he wants to stop it. And he has the power to stop. And he surrounded himself with people who are yes men, who are people who won't criticize him no matter what the fuck he does. He's like Trump now, right? Where Trump could walk out on Fifth Avenue and shoot somebody, and nobody would fucking utter a word on his camp. So would Tom, right? Tom could dox anybody he wants. Tom could fucking post any picture he wants. Tom could do whatever the fuck he wants. And Snugs and all the other people would just sit there and suck his dick no matter what.
Yeah, actually, that's probably a really good assessment. Tom's gonna listen to, even though he does clays, he doesn't care. You know, he's gonna listen to this. Hi, Tom.
What's up,
Hey,
Tom?
hi, Joe Bone.
Everybody say, "What's up, Tom?"
What's up, Tom? You piece of shit.
Oh shit!
I've seen your DMs, Tom, with a bunch of people. It's been funny, and with this specific person, it's funny as hell.
You're talking about someone other than the Fia thing?
Oh no, none. I ain't talking about it. That was for.
Thanks for the lead mod role, man. I'm very honored. But yeah, thanks for talking to me. I appreciate it.